Bonjour, mon amour. What can be a better day to talk about how to actually be happy single than Valentine's Day? And let me guess, your friends are going on dates, celebrating their anniversaries, celebrating the great day of love, and getting married, getting kids, and you're still single. And single life doesn't really make you happy anymore. You don't know, is this going to end at all? When will it end? Sometimes even what is wrong with you and how you are going to live your life further, because who knows for how long have you been single, right? And let me know if these feelings are actually familiar for you in comments, because this is what I have been thinking a long time ago for quite a while. And I want to make this video as the second part to my OG video about how I have been single for 26 years of my life. Guess how old I am right now? Nothing changed. And I want to share the actual advice on how to be happy single, or even how to be a happy woman. Because if you are in the relationship right now, this video will also be very actual for you. So if you accidentally clicked on it, or you're just thinking about breaking up with your boyfriend, then keep watching, because there will be a lot for us girls to talk about. Now, let's start with the main thing that I have been thinking about. A lot of us girls need to truly become the main character of our life, the main goddess of our life, and take away all the other people from the pedestal, if you know what I mean. Because a lot of us really are concentrated on other things, on a man, on lives of other people, celebrities, friends, whatever, and you're kind of not living your own life. You are not selecting the best for yourself. And this is the main thing, another main thing, which is you need to start not only being the main character of your life. Today I'll be this girl, it girl. It girl is not only about just it and a girl. This is about selecting the best available for yourself. And what do I mean by that? When we are talking about the main character, the goddess energy, we are also talking about the level of experiences that we are allowing yourself. And let me tell you, you are the main character of your life, the goddess of your life, to the extent of the quality of experiences that you are selecting for yourself. Let me explain on this. How we can talk about being a goddess, being your best self, when you are choosing and selecting people who do not care for you to the extent that you would like? What kind of a goddess energy in choosing the less good, worst available product on the market than choosing the best one that you can allow for yourself? When you save money on yourself, you are not getting yourself the best of what you could when you actually can. So let's say when there are two products and they are one is a little bit more expensive, does a little bit better job, and you would like to get this one, but you are getting something that is cheaper and something that is not as good as you would like, but you just want to save on this for yourself. So when you are constantly choosing what is less, you're constantly choosing something that is not going to be the best thing from what is available for yourself. This is how you treat yourself, and this is what becomes a habit for you to live your life like. And when you are constantly doing this in your day-to-day activities, when there are people who are not really the best for you, who are not going to treat you best, who are not showing you the attention that you want, and you also start selecting them in your life too, because this is a habit. That, well, I would like to have the best one, but I'm selecting this because it's here. You know what I mean? So if you want to become the best version of yourself, not only you need to accept this, that from now on you're the best version of yourself, you also need to actually start acting like it. This will raise your mood every time that you are getting the best available product for yourself, whether this is the coffee, whether this is some care products or whatever it is, or even people who are not the product, but you know what I mean. Your energy rises, your mood rises, you start getting like and feeling better about yourself, and you will not accept the barest minimum anymore from anyone, because you know that you deserve the best and you are getting the best for yourself. Another thing that a lot of us girls need to work on these days is our actual worth as partners and understanding of it, because even though this kind of content about relationship is popular these days, a lot of girls still don't understand why they should get this princess treatment, why they should get spoiled, why they should choose the best man or no man for themselves. It's because you do not really understand what you are bringing to the table. And however like red pillish this sounds, but really need to figure this for yourself, because when like you do not understand what you provide, a lot of girls think that this is not a big deal to date them, you know, like they can be replaced easily and they are just happy that they got at least any kind of relationship, because they don't know like what kind of like thing they provide, and they try to overcompensate to this person for their presence in the life of this woman, and therefore like you just keep giving, and you do not understand when this is the actual time to take. Because say whatever you want, relationships are always an exchange. Like this is always an exchange, just the question of like what you're exchanging, and you're always exchanging energy, you're always exchanging resources, you're always exchanging like communication, etc. And when you're just over giving, overcompensating, and not taking anything, this is unhealthy. And you need to figure for yourself, how is this to be with you? And I understand that this is so hard, because even you were never with you, you were always with other people. Yeah, that's a bar. So understand for yourself what you actually provide. You're a great friend, you are a loyal woman, you can have really deep, intelligent conversations, you're emotionally mature, you're emotionally stable, you know how to support your partner, you know what kind of support you want to get. Like just list all of these things down and understand how actually rare is that. How actually rare is that to meet a person who can do all of these things for their partners. And when you are like a sane, intelligent, mature person, you think that this is just like an easy thing to find, but let me tell you, it is not. Like a lot of people are really not that emotionally intelligent, they are not so like healed, etc. Meeting a healed person already is like a huge benefit on like the table that you are bringing, you know. So really understand what is it that you provide, and when you really understand what is it that you give, what makes you special, what makes you unique, great partner that, you know, like every person would like to have around, you are not going to give it just as easy. You're not going to give it to any person. And when you understand this, you understand that like I may be a little bit like single for a while, but it doesn't make you less. People will try to tell you that the fact that you are single makes you less. But, you know, not everyone should get a Birkin. Not everyone should, you know, like get the Rolls Royce. Not everyone is going to get Maybach. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you are single doesn't mean that people just don't want to be around you. It may actually mean that you are really, really good. and you want the person to be on the same level with you or higher. And those people who are like who you are looking for, who are on this level of maturity, will actually appreciate it. Next, don't wait for a person, for a man, for a friend, for whoever to actually like experience some moments, to overall experience yourself. A lot of, like, society tells us that a woman, for instance, can only experience femininity when she's with a man. Like, in my personal opinion, femininity is like a mix of being classy and also like taking really good care for yourself, being stable, being healed, being, like in a good contact with yourself, being relaxed. And now, like, let me genuinely ask you, how often do you really feel like that with men? Like, I don't want to insert any kind of like limiting beliefs on you, but what I mean is that you should not like put the, not the responsibility, but also kind of responsibility to bring something good in you on other people. You can experience femininity, you can experience happiness being not in the relationship. You can go to this specific type of places that you say for yourself and like, oh, I would like to go there once I have a partner. But why don't you go there now? Why don't you go to this type of theater now? Why don't you go to this museum now? Why don't you go to this place now? Why don't you go even on a date with yourself to this particular place now? When you're waiting, like, you become more and more sad when you are just like, pushing your life, like you're placing your life on like a waiting mode, because there is like no particular person with you at that moment of time. And the more you push away these things that you actually want to experience, the more unhappy you become. And you are unhappy not actually like because you're single, but because you are like kind of betraying yourself. You are actually telling yourself that like, I don't feel like I can go there alone, I don't feel worthy for it, or whatever, anything like this. Guys, be really like be there for yourself. Do not put your life on pause just because you do not currently have someone nearby to share these experiences. Go and get them for yourself. You'll see how your life will drastically start changing. Don't actually afraid to be alone. You will learn how to regulate yourself so much better. You will actually be ready for the relationship so much more than, like, I have heard this quite a while ago, that people who spend really a lot of time on their own, alone, single, whatever, they mature way faster and they know how to regulate themselves better, and they are more emotionally intelligent because they need to deal with their feelings on their own, and they do not need their partner to come and kind of save them from this emotion that they are experiencing. Therefore, as a single person, you know way more about yourself and sometimes even about other people, because you were like kind of forced to figure this out. So do not feel also left out or afraid that as far as you have not been in the relationship for a while, you will not be able to build a good relationship or something like that. That like, I will not know how to do it. You will know better than actual some of the people who are in the relationship, who do not heal themselves, who do not get familiar with themselves. Because again, you will be way more regulated, and the most important relationship that you can build is the relationship with yourself. And once you have this stable, all the other relationship in your life will be so much better. The last but not the least, I want to talk to people who constantly envision themselves in these horrible scenarios of dying alone, being like broken, bitter, lonely, sad, abandoned, etc. Like constantly coming up with these horrible scenarios for your life with yourself. and you like feel so much fear regarding this that you are going to make like some stupid decisions getting up in the relationship that like will be bad for you, just to not feel alone and left out, and you know, like just to not meet this fear in the reality, and eventually you will be making actions that you think will help you escape this, but you will actually end up in this fear. Now, let me explain. Like, you are just coming up with these scenarios because of few things, because society wants to tell, especially women, that you will end up bitter alone with 40 cats, yada yada yada. You know, you need to get in the relationship because you'll be alone, lonely, bitter, abandoned. No one needs you, no one wants you when you're older, etc. And this is not true. You can end up being lonely, abandoned, and bitter, even if you had family before. And I know this type of people. I personally know a couple of them who are so lonely right now, even though like they had full families, etc., just because they were like bad people. So this is not connected anyhow, that if you're alone right now, you will definitely have like a worst ending imaginable. You're just coming up with these things. Also, you may be thinking about this because there's secretly some part of you who is preying on your downfall, who has some like unhealed wounds, who is pessimistic and doesn't believe in your happiness. I want you to start coming up with other type of scenarios, and looking more like for people who are actually happy being older and being single, and come up for yourself like with the idea of what you would do if you would be single like at the older age. I don't mean that you will be like single forever from like your 20s or 30s to your 80s, but like just think about it. And this is not some kind of like the price for participation. Just make yourself feeling better. Yeah. Just know that no one needs you, so you now need to make yourself feel good about it. No, this is not about this. This is like about you getting peace with yourself. This is about you feeling good about yourself and good about your life. Because I have had a video about how our fears really impact our life. I will also put it here. Hope that you'll be able to watch it. And the more you fear something, the more you're trying to escape something, unconsciously you're doing everything to get into it. Unconsciously you will end up in the situation that will be the exact match to your fear. And this is why I want you to come up with the best available for yourself and be truly happy about where your life is going. Because no matter you're single now or in the relationship or whatever, because I just want you to know, you deserve way more than you can imagine right now. Whoever tells you whatever they tell you, you deserve the best. So go and get your best. Go on a Valentine date with yourself. Get yourself a bouquet of flowers. Get yourself some chocolates and spend this day with the best partner you could ever wish for, with you. As always, I have been there for you. I am happy to be there for you. Leave your thoughts, answers, questions, prayers in comments. I will be happy to answer them all. And love you and leave you. See you soon in my next videos. Bye.